So everyone wants to hear about what we do. This is great. No, actually, I'm going to share my screen just because, oh, host is disabled, participant screen sharing.
Hold on.
Okay.
Allison is our queen bee here.
Well, while she's doing that, I'll just give you a quick little background. I mean, I did not start in this business. 25 years I've been in financial services, working with pick a global financial services company, Smith Barney, Fidelity, Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan, State Street, so on and so forth. Been around the world with them, talked about financial service products, built back office systems, security overlays, and did a lot of work with portfolio managers, understanding how they manage money, traveled out to brokers and financial representatives explaining the asset allocation, so on and so forth. About April, I came into a conversation with a person online. He said, "Would you like to run your own business?" I said, "Sounds like fun. What do I need to do?" So I filled out a questionnaire. And then August, after going through rounds and rounds of interviews, looking at different companies, this person specialized in matching people up with franchises. I ended with EnviroMaster. And I spent a lot of time, share, here we go. I spent a lot of time researching them, understanding what they do, and then getting to a point where I would be able to understand enough so that I'd feel comfortable starting up my own business. Now I have a business out of Franklin. I have 5 employees, looking for more, why I'm working with Sabrina, and hopefully able to fill in the gap so that we can cover my territory. My territory runs from New Hampshire to Rhode Island, Worcester to Boston. So think of that square, that's where I work. Yeah, my warehouse is located in Franklin. It's just a centralized location for me to be able to have my employees come in. We meet once a week. They get their instructions as to what places we need to go service and clean, and then they go off and do it. So it's very hands-off. People I'm looking for are very much independent, have their own car, don't need management, and are able to responsibly go through and complete their job. So what is our job? Our job for many, many years has been ensuring the health and safety of people when they go out to public spaces, and especially restrooms. Restrooms are the epicenter of germs, viruses, bacteria. Everything you can think of that's bad in the world to make you sick is in a restroom. And part of my presentation is what microbes lurk in the last public restroom you used. This is just 5 of them, and they're not great. I didn't even put COVID in here because we created this beforehand, but there can be flu, norovirus, hepatitis, strep, staph, influenza, E. coli, you name it. All of these things are in restrooms from people going and using them. What we do as a company is we come in and we evaluate a restroom, let you know where these different germs, viruses, and bacteria are lurking, breeding, physically show them to you. And whether we do that on your toilet or whether we do that on the different surfaces that you have, we have a variety of different things or ways in order to combat those germs. And our major business up until COVID has been sanitizing the restroom with a microbial barrier on your porcelain, because porcelain is porous. We use a product that's made from the makers of Rain-X. And basically what we do is we come in once a week, seal your porcelain so that anything that touches your porcelain falls off of it. And then after we seal your porcelain, we disinfect, spray your entire restroom. So all the high touch points get a disinfectant barrier on it, which is CDC approved, EPA registered, and kills up to 47 different organisms, hospital grade, food safe, electronic safe. With an electrostatic spray, unlike a spray and wipe method, the electrostatic spray coats an entire item. So if you take a look at this and he's spraying the underside of a toilet, when he sprays that, he's not only getting the underside, he's also getting the sides and the back where you sit down. Because what happens is the spray comes out and it's attracted to surfaces because we provide a positive charge onto the spray coming out using the virus vaporizer, and it wraps around a surface. It's attracted to it like a magnet. When it does that, it also, because it's positively charged, it expands from itself. It doesn't want to touch itself. So instead of layering top of itself, it expands out and covers the surface completely, all the nooks and crannies. That's a benefit of an electrostatic spray. So using an electrostatic spray on surfaces, and really it could be a hard surface or a soft surface, it will do the same type of thing. We come in, we spray it down, needs to sit for 5 minutes, dries in 10 minutes, and it kills 99.9% of these organisms at that time, at initial application. After 7 days, it's still 95% effective. So what we're doing is putting down something that's helping to slow down, stop, and eradicate the transfer and movement of germs and bacteria and viruses. And we supply you with a certificate of disinfection. So we'll come in and we'll tell you, and you can post it up, and I customize them for all the different businesses we have, that this place is sanitized. You don't have to worry. We come in and we take this seriously. We understand that people are worried about this, and we have hired EnviroMaster to come in and ensure that our establishment is safe for you. Now, a lot of people think that, oh, that's great. I mean, that's restaurants and restrooms and things like that. We also do hospitals. We do, we have hotels. We have manufacturing plants where one of their, what we do is different than their current janitorial service. A janitorial service comes in and cleans. What they do is they make sure that the dust is gone. They mop your floor, take out your trash. We come in and we get the things that they miss. We disinfect. We ensure that germs aren't there, viruses aren't there. Mopping a floor is great. The problem with mopping a floor is you don't get everything off the floor. Anytime you flush a toilet, there's this large plume of smoke or vapor that comes up, and it carries everything that's in that toilet with it into the atmosphere. Stays in the bathroom for about 2 hours, hovering before it falls to the ground. And most of the time it falls to the ground on the floor. Some of the time, if you're in your own house, it falls on your toothbrush if your toothbrush is out. You may not want to keep your toothbrush in the bathroom uncovered, just FYI. And this type of, there was a study, there's actually been studies done on this, but if anyone watches Mythbusters, they did an entire episode on this as well. So that plume that is residing and sitting on everything, that's what we're looking to ensure that we get all of the viruses and germs and bacteria that comes from that. And off the floor, we actually have a scrub service where we not only come in and we don't use a mop. All that does is move the germs and dust and dirt around. Our thing is we'll come in, we put a degreaser down, we use an agitator, then power wash and a wet dry vac. And we suck it all up and put it back down the toilet. And we do this for a lot of different restaurants and chains that have high volume restrooms. Texas Roadhouse, for example, Chick-fil-A, Pizzeria Uno. I also work with tattoo parlors and one of my major clients is Sherwin-Williams. So depending upon where it is that you're having the problem, the issue, a lot of people, a lot of foot traffic, we have the ability to remove any of the germs, bacteria, and viruses that are lurking on floors. I want to go back up, sorry. So these are the different types of germs. These are the different types of things we do. Our service is once a week, is what we try to tell people is the best thing for them to do. We come into a bathroom, we evaluate it, and our pricing is reasonable. So for example, if you want a Sani service, which what we call a traditional restroom cleaning service. And depending upon how many fixtures you have, a fixture is a toilet, a sink, a urinal. So you have 2 fixtures, it's going to be $30 a week. If you have 4 to 5 fixtures, it's going to be $45 a week. What we'll do is come in, evaluate. First time we come in is we remove all of the uric scale, which is a buildup that happens over time on toilets. And most people didn't even know it's there. So I come in, I have a mirror with me, and I look underneath the rim of the toilet and I show them. And I say, look, this is where your problem lies. We have a high acid bowl cleaner that we come in because most traditional household cleaners cannot get rid of uric scale. Uric scale is almost as hard as concrete once it starts to build up. And sometimes at places we've been to, it will take 2 or 3 times in order to get rid of that buildup. So our first one is an industrial strength clean. Then we have our weekly service, which includes a cleaning of the porcelain, a sanitizing spray, and then the disinfecting spray. So we sanitize the porcelain, seal it, and disinfecting spray around the restroom. And we do that for all of the toilets, all the urinals, and all the sinks. That's our major business. That's what we've built upon. And now we've taken that electrostatic spray service and we've moved it outside the restroom because people are worried about germs and viruses everywhere now, not just the restroom. So that's probably enough information for everyone for right now. If you have any questions, let me know.
Mike, do you do a lot of residential?
Residential.
clients?
Our business is typically a weekly business, and most residential places are not we wouldn't be servicing them weekly. We tend to do just commercial. On occasion, I've done residential as a one-off favor type of thing if they're looking for a disinfecting spray. But the other way that we kind of do residential is, for example, partnering up with people that, for example, Rainbow Movers and Aaron, if they're moving into a new residence or something of that sort, or an apartment building, or even hotel rooms, is more of the residential we'll do.
Okay.
I also work with real estate agents so that after open houses, we can go in, we can spray down the place so the owners can feel okay after the open
Yeah.
house.
That's kind of where I was going with it. There's
Yeah.
so many people that feel, just super sensitive and yeah.
That's something, though, I wouldn't work directly with the person who owns the house. I'd work with the
No.
real estate agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
You're welcome.